Have you ever wondered which is the most expensive coin ever sold? This is called the flowing hair dollar. It was the first dollar issued by the United States federal government. It was minted in 1794. It was sold in New York 2 years back in 2013 for a whopping amount of 62.5 crore rupee. Isn't it amusing? The question here is, what makes a metal a coin? Over the centuries, coin designs varied considerably in beauty and complexity. The first coins had crude designs. Eventually, coins of great artistic beauty came into existence in Greece and then in Rome. Traditionally, the value of coin was determined by the intrinsic value of its component metal. However, the scenario changed in the modern times. The study of coins helps us to understand the reason behind the invention of coins and its rich cultural, political, and economic background. India has been one of the earliest issuers of coins in the world. Few countries rival India for the sheer diversity of its coinage, be its varieties, scripts, motifs, sizes, shapes, metals, minting techniques, or for that matter, experiments with monetary standards. In history, Indian coins have played a crucial role in documenting political and economic changes over time. The earliest documented coins of India were the silver punch marked coins, which were issued around 6th century BC. The Indian government operates 4 mints in the country for the production of coins. The locations are Mumbai, Kolkata, Hyderabad and Noida.
When I was a child, I used to go to my native place in Jhunjunwala, where I used to see some coins in circulation different than what we found in Bombay, what we handled in Bombay. So it always attracted my mind, what is this coin, why they are not available in Bombay, why here different coin. Then even in school trip, I went to, particularly in Surana, I went to Gosalia, and there I saw absolutely different coin, not even in Rajasthan, different coins of copper, very big in size, very old, very worn out, with a different king's name. Again I was surprised. What I did is, I exchanged some of the coins with a beggar. He got some old coins while he was begging, and they were spread on the footpath on the cloth. I exchanged it. You know, as a child, a small child collects everything. Every child, even you must have collected everything. We collect pencil, we collect stone pieces, we collect anything we want. After a few days we leave it. Collect something else. After a few again we leave. Collect unless we arrive at a certain fixed. It will take some time. So I started collecting coins. Whatever comes in my hand, I will collect. I collected Urdu coins. Cannot read it. I never tried to study Urdu, never tried to read it. I collected British India coins. They can be read. Then when I found different, then I started checking, what is the difference, collecting different coins. So I started collecting important coins, rare coins, and slowly disposed of the one collected earlier. Then my coin collection became one of the best coin collection of British India by the end of the century. The king or the ruling person, the ruling government will issue the coin with their marking to show their prominence in that particular area, to express their popularity, to enable us to know their history.
numismatics is concerned, as a coin collector, I was more interested in collecting parts. Then I got more interested later on in my college days in the research part. What are these coins? Who issued them? How they were maintained? And all those things. So I started reading about those coins. I started writing about some new discoveries and all those things. So slowly I came into the research part of coins. So we have regular lectures, seminars, and we also have a thing called Coin Festival. So we have been doing this for a long time. So it includes, it's a kind of trade fair where all the aspects of numismatics are involved, like academics, training, then business, auctions and everything. That is a really big trouble because like any other things, even coins are counterfeited or forged. Earlier, if you read Arthashastra, Kautilya's this Arthashastra book, even at that time, some 2400 years ago, he has mentioned that how to identify fake coins and how to identify persons who are faking or making these coins. So fake coins are continuously manufactured for last 2000 years. So even today the thing is slightly changed now. Earlier people were counterfeiting coins which were in current or currency coins. But now there are people who are counterfeiting these coins to cheat the coin collectors. The main thing to identify a fake coin from a genuine coin is the minting technique, how the coins are manufactured. Because if a coin is manufactured 2000 years ago, the system they had at that time, we won't have at the same system right now.
See, this institute is being run by a foundation. And the foundation itself was formed in 1980, and initially with the formulation of the objective, which was mainly to promote interest in numismatic studies and research. The foundation started collecting library material, coin documentation material, etc. And then finally in 1984, this institute was inaugurated at this location in Anjaneri. The site was selected because it was quite peaceful and good for carrying out research. And initially the focus of the institute was to collect the resource material for research scholars, because normally what happens is that coins are kept in museums or private collectors' hands, where the access for an ordinary researcher is very difficult. Normally the museum personnel would not give you sufficient time, or they would not grant you commission at all. So the idea was that if we as an institution take commission, document those coins photographically and keep it in the form of coin photographs documented, mounted on a card with relevant details, whereby an ordinary researcher can access material from different places sitting at this place. This is supposed to be one of the best libraries in the world on Indian numismatics. But the thing is that the study of coins is not an isolated subject, it's basically part of history. So in the library we make an effort to develop literature on the allied subjects, like epigraphy, archaeology, history, source books, etc. And the library now has a holding of about 30,000 books and periodicals, journals, etc.
There are some scholars who have worked on numismatics, and their academic correspondence have been kept here. Not private, this is an academic paper of P.L. Gupta. P.L. Gupta was a founder director of this institute, he was a Bisham Pitama. So these all are preparative with his academic activity and all that. Similarly, K.K. Maheshwari, who is the founder of this institute, and he is the chairman of this institute.
First of all, there are certain kinds of chiefs like Tantric Babas. They lure people with certain kind of coins which are not in existence. There are some certain coins called RP coins. So what is RP coin? It says a rice pulling coin. So if you have a coin and keep it near a rice, it will pull the rice. Such a thing never exists.
Today, if you buy coins, even for collection, if you spend 1 lakh rupees, after a few years, it will increase much more than what it will increase in form of interest. If you make a fixed deposit today, or instead you collect coins today, your coins will have much more appreciation than fixed deposit. That is my experience. It is not for me granted, but today what is the trend? Now, there were coins for family planning. When you go to the Reserve Bank side, Mint side, Bombay Mint side, you will find one new thing every year. Every year. Grow more food. There was a thing, grow more food. When there was shortage of fruit in India, in 1969-70, there was a huge shortage of food grains. So they issued coins for people grow more.
The British Lion attacking the tiger. This tiger means Tipu Sultan. Gold coins they have issued in very limited quantity. This is exceedingly rare medal of the Tipu Sultan, issued by Britishers. This is the coin of Kushan dynasty. Coin of Akbar, struck at Bang in Bengal.
I got about 125 books on coins. In market you will not find hardly 5 or 10 books today, but I got 125 books, and I have asked for another nearly 17-18 books from the Nasik Institute. They are going to put up a stall over there. They had this dotting system so that people couldn't file down and reduce the weight. You find especially in silver coins and all, Assam coins also, you find all dots everywhere. Because for the simple reason that since denomination was never written in the coins, nobody could put up a file and reduce the weightage of the coins. This is Balarama Verma's third. BVR. Now Travancore coins are so costly today.
इंडिया का कॉइन 1950 में चालू हो गया। 1947 में आज़ादी मिल गई। 1950 में पहला कॉइन निकला।
वो कौन सा मेटल था सर?
वो ब्रॉन्ज था और निकल था। आज़ादी के पहले फुल सिल्वर था। हाँ, मतलब अंग्रेज आने के बाद 1939 तक फुल सिल्वर था। 1940 में हाफ सिल्वर किया। 1942, 46, 45 तक हाफ सिल्वर था। उसके बाद में निकल की। तो वो देखने का, अभी का रुपया देखने का, आपके नज़र में ये आएगा उसका डिफरेंस क्या है। वो टाइम था, अभी टाइम नहीं है। थोड़ी दिन में कॉइन की ज़रूरत ही नहीं रहेगी, सब कार्ड के ऊपर हो जाएगा। स्टैम्प और कॉइन ये दोनों खलास होने वाला है आगे फ्यूचर। ज़रूर नहीं है ना कि आजकल के म्यूजियम में कॉइन दिखते ही नहीं है। क्योंकि पूछा, मैं 2-3 जगह पूछा, गोवा में पूछा, दूसरी जगह पूछा, कॉइन बोले हम रखते नहीं है क्योंकि चोरी होता है। एक हाथ कॉइन कितना बरस पहले का है, उसके लिए कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स है। हाँ, कि वो अप्लाई किया तो पर्टिकुलर कॉइन भाई 1000 साल पुराना है या 26,000 साल पुराना है, वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मशीन बता सकता है।
की दुकान नहीं है, सब आते जाते हैं, सबको कोई जानकारी नहीं है, सब गलत दे रहे हैं।
कोई यहाँ पे खाली सुखराज नहीं थे उस वक्त, और बाकी कोई सबसे अच्छी चीज़ मुंबई में ये सबसे लास्ट मुंबई में आता है। ऑप्शनल आने के बाद सब बंद हो गया, सब बड़े उन्होंने हाथ में चला गया। दुनिया में सबसे अच्छे रोमन सिक्के हिंदुस्तान में मिलते हैं, कहीं नहीं मिलते। सबसे बढ़िया सिक्के हिंदुस्तान में मिलते हैं। इतना ट्रेड था 500-600 साल पहले, 2000 साल पहले इतना ट्रेड था कि रेगुलर जहाज जाते थे, जहाज आते थे। जैसे पेपर कैसे न्यूयॉर्क कहीं आता है, ऐसा रेगुलर 25 जहाज जाते थे, 25 जहाज आते थे। तो जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन वहाँ चेंजिंग होता था यहाँ एफर्ट पड़ता था। ये रोमन सिक्के इतने थे, वही सर्कुलेशन में थे, वही अपने यहाँ चलते थे रोमन सिक्के। एक तो प्योरिटी, स्टैंडर्ड, रेट सब पूरे, और सब एक्सपोर्ट करते थे, इम्पोर्ट कुछ था ही नहीं इंडिया। और एक ज़माना था कि ये रोमन लोग यहाँ आके नौकरी भी करते थे, अपने यहाँ सातवान हो गया, नौकरी भी करते थे ये, और यहाँ से जाते थे लोग। ऐसे अमेरिका कैसे आदमी आता, कमा के आया था। ये एक सबूत है पक्का, ये जमीन में बैंक है, इससे पूरी पॉइंट है, सब इसके अंदर है, सब जमीन में है पड़ा हुआ। अब जहाँ भी निकालो तो फोटो निकलेगा, तो वो तो प्रूफ है। उसमें डेट, तारीख, किसी का इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन, आदमी कैसे कपड़े पहनता था, क्या रहता था, उनको वो संपन्नता थी या पैसा था या।
I saw so many collectors in this field, and many people who are just in search of such types of coins of India, having a very big history about 2,500-year-old coins you find in India. So when I started making friends and collectors and interact with clubs, and there were so many societies which I never knew that there were coin societies. So then I found many people who were in need of old coins. So when I used to travel a lot, I found many coins, and also when I have an extra coin, so I used to sell them, and that's how I started my business. So we have started a platform of an auction house, so that if you have coins, you can sell through our auctions legally. We have an antiques license to deal in old coins, so you can sell your coins through our auctions and get the right price. And the best part is that the Indian heritage is safe.
I think we are one of the topmost numismatic dealer in the country. We are doing our auctions, like we started our first auction in 1989 at Nagpur. Now was our 95th auction in the auction series, plus we did 6 budget auctions. We were the first auctioneer in India. Today there may be many others, and we have been doing auctions not only in Bombay but everywhere in India.
To trade in anything 100 years old, that's called an antiquity. So as per the Indian laws, you require an antiquity license. You need to go through many legal offices of Indian government, and from them you get an NOC from about 30 different departments. Then only you get a license. Right now in India there are about 8 auctioneers all over India, and all of them are doing very well. And they, as an auction house, we just act as a commission agent. Now if you have your coin, we sell it on your behalf and we charge the commission. The same way the people who buy, they pay their charges of commission.
Coins, 334, 15,000, 21,000, 21,000, 15,000.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 56,000 rupees going, gone.
We do 6, 7, maybe 8 auctions per year in the different part of the country. 2, 3 auctions in Mumbai and the various part, like we had auction in Kochi, Kolkata, Shimoga, Nagpur, various part of the country, Kolkata.
There was an auction in Kota and we sold first known gold medal of Bharatpur. It was estimated at 4 lakhs and we sold it at 7 lakhs 20,000. So that is one of the rare coins we have sold.
But of course we have sold so many historically important coins. The value is not important. See, it is 2,000 rupees coin also is having a great historical importance, and maybe 5 lakh rupees coin is not having any historical importance.
Some coins in my second auction were sold in 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs.
Under 100 crore, very less than compared to the foreign countries.
See, it depends on the auction. Since last 2 auctions which I did, this was about 2.5 crores. So, more and more coins in the auction and the bigger your turnover is.
Oh, government in other countries support quite a lot. Even government supports in other countries for forgeries and all that. Here there is nothing as such. Today there are very few collectors overseas who wants to collect Indian coins, and particularly coins which are more rarities needs to come back to India. But there is no cooperation from the government. In fact, a person who would like to bring back his Indian heritage back to India, Indian coins, would be penalized, fined.
With the spread of art and collectibles throughout the world, even India is awakened with all these things. So we must popularize numismatics in 3 aspects. First is the hobby part, secondly is the academic part, and secondly the third aspect is the professionalism or the business part.
Very small. Compared to the Europe and USA, we are nothing. In Europe, you will find the countries having a 300-year-old auction houses there. In India, I'm one of the founding member of the India's first numismatic auction house. We have started that company in 2003-04. So it is just 10 years old business. The country of 125 crores and the coinage of 2,500 crores. We have only 7 to 8 auction houses. They are doing the auctions in India, and I think it is just starting.
If we compare it to what's there in the West, like UK, Germany or US, we are just not even 1% of them. In every city in the US, there is a coin club, which we don't have hardly. We have got even a dozen clubs in the whole of this country here. So the turnover wise, it's nothing.
And since now the market is open through websites, you get thousands of collectors who buy and invest in all these things.
Cultural ministry, educational ministry, commerce ministry, customs, finance ministry, if all of them get together we can build a very beautiful numismatic culture for the next coming generation.
As it grows older, it becomes more valuable.
Collect coins, preserve coins, take care of coins, and in future coins will take care of you.